If you will, you had to bust it wide open. Who would be first in that thunder snicker line? I think I would drink. The way I'm currently feeling, because I love a man who's in charge. I would say here.
Hey! I told you all about all the drama, yes, that had happened last night between Tolani Badge, Bbnaija, Neo, and Kidwire. Now, aside those dramas, there was a truth or dare game that the housemates had actually played, which I had told you all already that was pretty interesting, entertaining. I loved it. I had a good time watching the housemates, in their elements. However, there were certain things that I noticed about Neo, which I'm going to be sharing on this video, yes. And there were also certain, games or truths that were told, about these housemates that sort of made me think. Yes, and I'm going to be telling you guys about that one as well. Now, aside the games, there were also a couple of conflict resolution conversations that happened. There was the one between Kidwire and Doyin, and then Alex and WHITEMONEY. And then, of course, there was also the conversation that Mercy, Alex, and Soma had about Soma's time in the game. Guys, last night was really full. Last night was really rich with conversations, and I'm going to try as much as possible to keep it short and simple. I doubt if I can, but I'm going to try, all right? So please make sure you watch to the end of this video. There's a lot to share with all of you. And this is a quick reminder that tomorrow by 3 p.m. WAT, which is Saturday, we're going to be having our FSWG Saturday YouTube live stream. So please make it a date with us. Come through en masse. There's a lot to talk about, and I would love to hear all of your opinions, your perspectives about everything that we're going to be discussing tomorrow. And for those of you that are new here, please do not hesitate to hit the red subscribe button that you see on your screen. Just go ahead and do exactly what you see on your screen. Subscribe to this channel, join this community. We are happy people over here. Yeah, so please go ahead, do exactly what you see on your screen so that you'll be able to receive a lot of my videos whenever I upload a new one. And yeah, finally, you are all specially welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bbnaija. This is Frankly Speaking with Bbnaija, and I am the girl with the tea. Now, quickly, let's proceed with the details of this conversation. Beginning with the truth or dare game. As it was during the lockdown season when Neo was named the Oracle as the games master of the season, Neo was in charge last night. Now, at first, it was kind of exciting because I had missed him. I had missed Neo being in his oracle element. I had missed, his smart way of making the housemates have fun. I had missed the way he anchored the games in the house. As I was actually expecting a lot, which he delivered. However, his manner of approach was very, very disgusting. Yes, I have to put it out there. His manner of approach was annoying in a way. Now, at first, I could relate, yes, because he had to be in charge. He had to be authoritative, he had to anchor everything. He had to play the role of the perfect games master, which I pretty much appreciated. But then when he started shutting people up, when he started shouting down at people, especially Bbnaija, guys, that was the part that really pissed me off. And see, ever since the show started, I have been very careful not to use the word bullying. Yes, because I've been seeing it happen from time to time from some of the other housemates towards Bbnaija, but I've been trying to shut it out of my mind. I've been constantly reminding myself that, okay, Glory, this is a game. These housemates are going to do whatever it takes to play their game. But last night was so annoying. Neo was literally, shouting at this girl to get out of the table, leave the table, get out of the table. And guys, for someone who claimed to like this girl, as per what Bbnaija had actually revealed to Doyin last night during their conversation, that outside the house, Neo had invited him to lunch and she had told him that he liked her. I felt bad for Bbnaija. I felt bad. For me, that was just disrespectful. It just went to show that this guy did not have any regard for Bbnaija. There were other people that he was actually shouting at, to do his bidding, yes, but the approach was kind of different. You could see the difference in approach. You could see that with other people, I was kind of threading carefully, but with Bbnaija, it was so harsh. Guys, it was so mean. I did not like it. I did not like it. I was irritated. And I did not blame Bbnaija when she said, you are not mad to shout at me like that. You know, and Kidwaya was trying to, you know, calm her down, and other people were trying to tell her to calm down. I'm like, why are these people treating this girl like she's a child? Oh yes, she's the youngest, but it doesn't make her, you know, brainless. It doesn't make her a headless chicken. It doesn't really make sense. So to cut the long story short, Neo really pissed me off last night. I did not like his manner of approach. Yes, I understand he had to be in charge, but I think he stretched it too far. And then to add insult upon injury, the nonsense he did with Tolani Badge last night to Ile. And then to add insult to injury, the nonsense he did last night, you know, just keeping his hands folded and just staying quiet, you know, whilst Tolani Badge slut-shamed Bbnaija that way, guys. It was really disgusting. And I told myself, nah, this was the same nonsense attitude this guy carried during the lockdown season, and he brought it on back here. But anyways, guys, I can't be too upset because I had to constantly remind myself that these housemates are actually playing a game. So yeah, they are doing whatever it takes to mess up with each other's mind, and that was exactly what they did to Bbnaija last night. But anyways, away from all of that, moving on to the truth or dare game, there was a special moment. My dad asked Uriel a very, very interesting question. So the question was that if she was to bust it on that table right there and then, which guy would she go for? Now, before Uriel answered that question, she had glanced at Pere. She had also looked around for a bit, but she had glanced at Pere. And then she said, nah, she's going to take a drink. I'm like, Uriel, even without you answering the question, we already know the answer. But then she now said, but that the person would be new because she likes a man who is in charge. And at that point in time, New was in charge, so it would be New. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody shouted, hey, everybody laughed, but hey, I wasn't fooled. Because the way I interpreted her response, what she said about liking a man who is in charge, guys, the first thing that came to my mind was Pere. Yes, and let's not forget that Uriel had a crush on Pere before the show. I think that was after the Shine Your Eye season. She had this crazy crush on Pere. And then much later, there's this new music video that both of them were the vixens of the video. And guys, oh my God, what they were expressing, what they were displaying on that video, guys, woof, was really steamy. So guys, my eyes are on those people this season. I want to find out if there's something going on between those people, because their chemistry is electrifying. See, from 100 yards away, you can feel the tension between them, and they're always hugging at every given point in time. Guys, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna get to that. And then Bbnaija had thrown a similar question to Pere. Yeah, so she had asked that if there were two cats on the table right there and then, that he would eat out. I mean, for those of you that are adults, you understand what I'm saying, right? Yeah, that he would eat out for the prize money of 120 million naira. That which two ladies on that table would he go for? Pere looked around, and then he said that first, okay, another clause added to that Bbnaija's question was for each of the women, one would be publicly, the other would be privately. And so he has said that for Bbnaija, that he would go for Bbnaija, he would eat her cat privately because he loves her. And then he would eat Alex's cat publicly on the table. I did not really hear the reason he gave. He wasn't really audible. And guys, hey, I was just wilding my head. And guys, I was just screaming here. I was just screaming over here because I had seen, you know, Pere's moves with Alex. Yes, he kind of has a crush on Alex as well. So I had seen them move around. As a matter of fact, 90% of the time at the pool party last night, Pere was dancing, winding and grinding with Alex, guys. They looked like something was gonna happen right there. Yes, I mean, it was really serious. It was really serious. But anyways, that was the response he gave. Yes, now the other part of the game was not that interesting because most of the housemates chose to drink other than do the dares. Now fast forward to the conflict resolution conversation between Kidwaya and Doyin. Ladies and gentlemen, let me sit down properly for this one. Why is it that Doyin's style of communication with guys that she fancies always comes with insults on the show. And I'm saying on the show because I don't know Doyin in the real world. I don't know who she is. I don't know her personality. But this is what we've seen her project most of the entire time during the Level Up season that just ended last year. She did the same thing to what's his name now, Deji. Yeah, and guys, it was just insane. And a part of us concluded that okay, that was just her game, that was her strategy. A part of us just said, she was just doing whatever. But now I've seen the same thing replaying itself this time around, and it's been going on for a while. We know how gentlemanly Kidwaya is. Kidwaya is always very, very, cautious of the way he speaks with women, of the way he handles conversations with women. He tries as much as possible not to use curse words. You rarely hear Kidwaya insult a woman whilst having conversations with the woman. But ever since this show started, whenever Doyin is communicating with Kidwaya, there will be insults. There will be insults. And from what she said during the Level Up season, she said, that is how she talks to guys that she really likes. And I'm like, girl, you're too intelligent to have that kind of mindset. That conversation had happened because earlier, Doyin had said some things, that did not really speak well of Kidwaya's personality. Yes, especially to Ilebaye. And that had actually upset Kidwaya. Yeah. So what had happened actually was Doyin was discussing, Ilebaye's crush interest in the house, and then Kidwaya had come to join them and was playing flirtatiously with Ilebaye as he would normally do. Now we know that Doyin likes Kidwaya, but what I don't really understand is if she was actually upset at that point in time that Kidwaya came to play, with both of them at the same time, was flirting with Ilebaye and equally flirting with her as well. I don't know if that was her getting upset or if she was just genuinely looking out for Ilebaye. Because she started telling Ilebaye, don't listen to this boy, don't trust him, he's sly, he's this, he's that. Like, she even added some insults to it. And I doubt if Kidwaya is used to that kind of, energy. I don't know. Yeah, he might laugh about it, but it doesn't look like he's used to people talking to him like that. Not because his father has money or because he's rich, but that is not his courtesy language. Yeah. So Doyin was just doing that. So they were now having the conversation later, and instead of them to resolve the whole thing, Doyin continued with the insults. Now she was putting the whole thing on him, that he was rude to her, blah, 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 blah. And the guy was like, no, you are projecting yourself to me. Now, the part that really made me laugh was when Kidwaya was like, no, I know you, I know what you said. And they was like, do you know me? Kidwaya said, yes. What do you know about me? Kidwaya said, you lack confidence, but you have confidence. You project yourself. Oh God, guys, it was crazy. At that point in time, it just felt like Doyin just looked small. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Doyin is a very, very intelligent young woman. She's brilliant. But sometimes the way she defines things, guys, oh my God, it's weird. It's weird. It's really weird. But anyways, they went back and forth. And at some point, I got really exhausted. And I started wishing that the same advice Doyin gave to Ilebaye about carrying herself with self-respect, with regard for herself, I just wished that she could also take her own advice. Because when it comes to guys that Doyin likes on this show, what we see is, let's say her body they shake. It's like she cannot control herself. The excitement, you can see the excitement. The excitement is very obvious. I mean, the excitement is very obvious. Sometimes it's like she cannot contain herself. And then she begins to messian, she begins to cap, she begins to insult the guy. Same thing she did during Level Up season, now she's doing again with Kidwaya. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to just end this conversation right here because I would love to hear your thoughts about this matter. In fact, everything I've raised on this video, just go ahead and share your thoughts. And I will see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Brother Naija. Have an amazing day. Bye.